Welcome to the farm. Today we're looking at my good friend Bob Barrett's 1933 Great Lakes biplane. He's been restoring this for the last 12 years, or building it I should say. It has a 165 horse Warner Super Scarab radial, 7-cylinder radial engine, and today we're going to be running it for the first time in 54 years. So hopefully we can get this thing going.
So one thing I don't know for sure, James, is which way the mixture lever is supposed to be. So we got a couple of false starts. You may mention that we may flip it the other way. This is a Holley carburetor. No, this is a Bendix carburetor.
Yes.
And almost everybody has Holley carburetors. So nobody could tell me which direction the lever had to go. I believe it's the correct way. It's the way the Holley is.
Okay.
Rotating the engine by hand after the priming helps to distribute the fuel to all of the cylinders. We spent a lot of time making sure that this engine didn't have oil in any of the cylinders as well, by turning it over by hand earlier, and also by actually sucking oil out of the intake tubes past the valves so that we ensured we weren't going to hydrolock a cylinder. Obviously, if we did that and the engine fired, damage to a link or master rod could occur, which could be catastrophic to the engine at a later date. An oil shutoff valve is located between the tank and the engine to prevent oil from leaking down and filling the engine case up. This is very common, but if you have that valve in the closed position and start the engine, you obviously won't get oil pressure. To prevent that happening, Bob put a switch in, so when the valve's closed, the switch isolates the starter circuit. Forget to move that switch, engine won't start.
Are we ready?
Here we go.
Ready? You ready, Dan?
Yeah, we're ready.
Jerry? Yeah. Would you turn the oil on and hit the toggle switch? I knew I'd do that. Oil on, toggle down. Switch. Are we ready?
You put the mags on? Got lots of fuel going through.
Doesn't think much of it, does it? They made a few of these planes in the 1970s. Rumor has it that as the employees weren't getting paid and the place was going bust, they just started taking parts home. And the employees all got together and made stacks of parts and then sold them off to kit builders. And there's a few dozen of them around that are registered experimental, this being one of them, that is built from brand new old stock parts. Really? Yeah, so a guy in Sault Ste. Marie, Canada, got one of these clumps of parts. Like these came with it. They were brand new, and they had a 50-year-old piece of tape on them with the part number that I had to get off. Really? So just like certain things, the end struts and the K-bind struts, some landing gear pieces, all the bits for the tail, all the Douglas fir wing spars, and just a bunch of stuff, eh? And you built from there. So it ended up, that guy gave up, and it went to a guy in St. Catharines, and that guy had a de Havilland welder build the fuselage for him, which was the biggest thing. And he put a bunch of the rest together, and that's as far as he ever got. And then it went to another owner that did nothing at all, and then it came to me. Most people just put a light combing in them, but I just wanted a challenge. Is everybody clear? Clear.
for a radial. They've normally got more of a lope to them than that.